powers under control. After awakening, it's broken and their power is unlocked, which is thematically very cool. I can't think of another monster that so carefully takes the mechanic of awakening and adapts it to the lore. For the attack homunculus, we can see sketches for how they were planning to adapt the liberated destroyer transmog, because apparently it was originally planned for another monster entirely. The book doesn't say who, but it's fun to speculate. It also shows the storyboard for the homunculus reveal trailer, and at the bottom of the page for the support variant, we can see a powered up version of her with an all-white appearance and blue highlights. I mentioned the Ifrits at the top of the video, and I'm not exaggerating when I say these are my favorite designs that I've seen. The section opens with drafts for the transmogs that we have in-game. For the Keeper of Magic skin, you can see that elements from the work in progress ideas made it into the final one. For instance, the 3 crystals on the redesigned Halo were incorporated and evenly placed at each point of the pseudo triangle to give symmetry to the final product, whereas it seems like the vision was clear from the beginning for the Devil King transmog, though it looks like there was a version with more pronounced wings. Now for my 2 favorites of the in-game transmogs, the Halloween and the business casual skins. Here you can see clearly the crescent moon halo with the creepy town architecture, the owl perched at the top, and a rare hoodless version of Veramos. But this is where things get really cool. We get a whole page spread with 12 skin concepts for the Ifrits. You can pause and look at each one if you'd like, but I'm going to walk you through a few of my favorites. My favorite concepts deconstruct the idea of the halo, something floating, almost frozen at a point in orbit behind the Ifrit, but taking it in a different direction than something we've seen in game. The most overtly attention-grabbing on the page is one of the best examples of this, turning that halo into a portal to another dimension. It may even be a view to a place we're familiar with since the dimension hole exists. Its neighbor caught my eye for a different reason. It looks straight inspired by Game of Chairs, which is really cool because I love getting a look into where the design team draws their inspiration. There are a couple concepts that feature a chain motif for the Ifrits, and I think this is one of the more subtle and effective iterations. In it, Veramos is chained to his halo, now broken and drifting from its origin point. This one almost looks like the next logical step in whatever Veramos' story may be, at a point where he's fallen further into darkness, or again, whatever it is that we're not privy to. I'm going to group the next 2 together because I like them for similar reasons. I think the hypothetical skins that best show off the power of the Ifrits are also the ones that have some way of conveying how unstable their magic could be, and these 2 I think do that well with the blurred elements. Like they're flooded with so much power that they're shaking to their core, growing more and more towards a critical point. In contrast, here's a concept that gives a more regal feel. It's more graceful than anything else on the page, and I wanted to highlight it because it stands out in its own way. In-game and even here, save for this one, we don't see Ifrit halos with a tertiary color combo. They're normally whatever the primary or secondary color is. This one's a dusty gold instead of a purple or gray blue. Alright, and the last one I'll talk about before moving on is this one. Veramos surrounded by floating weapons. Now that's how you reimagine a design. This one reminds me of something, but I'm not trying to violate any copyright, so let's see if you can guess what I think it's inspired by in the comments. Next we have the Mage family, who were originally going to look a lot different, but first we get a close... Hello everyone and welcome back to Summoner's War. My name is Come To Us Evan, and with me again today, it's Lucky. What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm going alright, Evan. How are you today?
I'm doing great, dude. Thank you. I'm excited to do some account reviews and progression tips with the chat. Speaking of which, what's up, guys? Magnozor, what's up? Ultra Deathlord, Gamer Bros, welcome back. J. Cole, first time in chat. DNB, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Says Evan with a lot of N's. That's great. Cool Guy Wrecked on YouTube, though, was the first one here today, so I just wanted to give that a shout out. As always, guys, if this happens to be your first time doing one of these, we hang out in chat channel 11 all. You let us know what problem you're having in Summoner's War, what you need help with, and we will do our dangdest to answer your question, right, Lucky?
Yeah, exactly right. We're always here to help, so feel free to ask any and all questions when it comes to the game, and we'll try our best.
Yes. In fact, I was dipping into some of the tips just before we went live, actually. I was asking for some help with some content, too. And also, Lucky shared a really fun tip with me on how to keep all of your dungeon teams ruined, essentially. It's like it go in and out of dungeons in, like, just lickety-split.
That was pretty awesome. Do you want to share that with the chat right now, actually? Do you want to tell them about
Yeah.
that?
One of the things I was mentioning to Evan was if you have a hard time having all your dungeon teams rune, what you can do is you can use the deck function to be able to essentially switch your teams between the dungeons pretty easily. So the decks is usually where you can save, I think, up to 6 monsters for any type of content that you want to. So essentially, in that deck function, you can save it by each of the teams that you want to run. So you can pick your giants, you can pick your dragons, you can pick your necro team, and save them down. And then what you do is on the start of your day, you can decide if you want to farm whatever dungeon you want to farm. You can just go in there, you can check runes and artifacts, you can apply them to your units, and you can farm that dungeon for the whole day. Or at any point in time, if you want to say, you know what, Giants isn't being nice to me today, I'm going to go farm some dragons. You can actually just click and change your runes on your team. And what that actually allows you to do is it allows you to use your best sets across your dungeons without really having to have multiple things ruined at once if you're worried about not being able to do your dungeons as well as you could have. So there's something to share there.
Legitimately such a good tip, because like that is the thing that will keep people from having multiple teams ruined, myself included. You know, I was talking about how it's like I have a hard time ruining a Julie, and part of that is because she demands the runes that I have on other people. But it's like if I were to use this system, then I could keep a Julie ruined up and have the other units ready, lickety split, to go into other stuff. Avery, what's going on, dude? Says, hey Evan, do we have time to do any battles today? Dude, we'll find out. I want to make sure that we help as many people as possible first. We already have folks in chat right now. We've got Teben saying, can you help me with my AOs? I want a .AO Sath Amber. Nice. Okay, yeah, we can absolutely do that. You want to tackle an arena offense team?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome.
I mean, the basic concept behind the dot team is, I'll share a couple tips behind building it. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your units don't have any more than the minimum crit rate. Because when you're running that team, you're likely to run it into, very stall type defenses. So things that don't bring much CC, you're likely to have like a Camilla in there. You might have a Byung Chul in there. And to be able to counter those, you want to be able to bring the dot team, but also have like a Hey Gang or a Veramos on the field as well. So the usual units you would build for that team would be Amber, definitely. You would have Nora most likely as well.
There she is. Look at that.
Yeah, you could probably do either from there. You could do, I would say actually, honestly, Trix is usually a pretty good pick as well. I don't know if he's got the Trix.
I haven't seen Trix. It could be in storage. Could also be in storage potentially too. Yeah.
And that's totally fine. If there's no Trix, you could do, what's his name? You could do, who's the fire guy with the scythe? I forgot his name already.
Sath.
We spoke about
Sath. Yes, you got it.
You could
you
do
got
Sath.
it. You got it.
I was about to call him Brain.
It wasn't. I was kind of doing you dirty there because I had Thrain on the screen while you were trying to think of his brother's name. I'm like spinning Thrain.
What's his name? I'm freaking out. Yeah.
We got nothing on the name.
You could definitely put something like Veramos to help you if there is some sort of like threat on the field, or even like a Hey Gang as well, to be able to like stop their turn one shenanigans. Because in most cases you're letting them move first before you get your dots down. So definitely have Nora go first, into probably Sath, into Amber, and then keep them all minimum crit rate. For the guys that actually don't know, 15 crit rate on fire units means 0 crit rate application on water units.
Yes.
Because of the minus 15 inherit. So that's the reason why you go with minimum crit rate. Just to hope it doesn't crit at all.
That's a very good reminder. It's a very good reminder for that. And I found a Hey Gang back here too, so that's great to know.
Perfect.
So that's perfect. Awesome tips. I think that's great for the arena offense for Teben here. And it looks like they've got everything they need. They also have the Dark Gandalf. Congratulations on that. And they even made it their profile picture too, which is awesome. Also, Teben, I know you didn't ask, but I'm just curious about the defense you're using too. I know you didn't ask for defense help, and I just wanted to check in and see what's going on there. Clara, Ren, etc. Amber Vera. Very cool.
Did he have a Triton by any chance?
That's a good question, Teben. I didn't see if you had a Triton. Do you happen to have a Triton on your account? Nice. And then, I can actually just jump back in real quick. Let me catch up.
Yeah,
on
because Clara honestly doesn't bring much of a threat for turn 1 play. Last buff made him actually really insane. I don't think he's
I don't see him in the 6-star. Let's go check to see if maybe they have him and he's just not built yet.
Yeah, no.
Oh, there he
No,
is.
he does.
There he
Nice.
is. Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, he just mentioned he doesn't have a speed lead though, because he doesn't have the Vanessa. Or I'm assuming he probably also doesn't have the Smurf then.
We could
So
look.
it gets a little bit harder, I think.
Yeah,
Other
with no
options out there.
with no speed. Like, Carnegie, what's going on, Carnegie? How are you? I do not have tricks. They say I have Sath in storage. Perfect. Love to hear that. That's great. They
Yeah.
also have
Yeah.
Thrain. They have Bludger as well. I haven't.
Got Bludger. Oh yeah, Bludger is really good for the dot team actually. Yeah.
Oh, howdy, summoners. What's up? Fat, what's going on, bro? Fat Sea Dog. What's up, bro? That's good to see you. Thank you for joining today. Okay, let's jump back into chat
Awesome.
channel 11. And I
Yeah.
saw someone requesting help with the Giants team too. So they
Yeah.
don't have Teshar, and this is Monkey D Garp on chat channel 11.
Yeah.
Oh, Avery, what did you
Cool.
get? Let's see what they've used so far. Well, so look at this, dude. They got a 31 second. This could be bait, bro. This could be
There
wait a
you
minute.
go.
Yeah, bro. Good Giants team. I don't have. I need a good Giants team. What do you define as good, bro? This is. He's like, I only have a phenomenal team. I need a good one. This is actually.
Okay, so just on the back of his team, I mean, I'd recommend only just changing out the. I'd change Kyle out for Julie if you can make a. So you got the Julie. So
Mhm.
Julie, I'm assuming your Julie already clears the wave. If you could change the Kyle and just run the Frodo lead, you could probably put in Luna. I don't know if you've got
Dude,
Luna. Luna was
yeah.
HOH, but yeah, you can run the.
I mean, we could
Frodo
see.
Luna
Maybe.
team.
I mean, honestly, they seem like they have a great account. And also, is that? I can't tell what their profile. I can't tell what their profile picture is, but it looks like. I thought it was Itachi at first. So I was like, maybe they have great taste in anime too. Well, we know they do because their name is Monkey D Garp. So, you know, they like One Piece as well. Let's go just take a
exactly.
look around, because if you happen to have Luna, then it's remarkably similar to what Lucky was showing me before we started
Yeah.
the stream, actually. And I think that's probably
He
what he's trying to
doesn't have
segue into.
Luna. Yeah, no, he said doesn't have Luna. He must have missed the HOH, unfortunately. Oh, so that gets really, really difficult. I mean, what you could do then is you could put Prelia in. Probably, in my opinion, over the Deborah at this point in time. And hopefully that does enough damage. Like, hopefully Julie does enough damage. Because, yeah, Prelia into into the Wind Homunculus should be a lot better as well.
Let's see. I just want to see this. Oh, is this? Oh, it's not ruined right now. So it's missing. It's missing stuff, or at least Frodo is. Unless maybe they kept that. Well, no, it's missing a fight rune. I imagine they would have kept another rune off if they
Yeah.
needed it for like specific speed or something like that. You know, because you really just need
Yeah,
him to go
definitely,
first. You don't need anything else from him. But I assume it'd have the fight. stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, 31 seconds is
It's pretty amazing.
Either, so,
If it's
yeah, I mean, if you
consistent-
like, yeah, as long as it's consistent. Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably the next next area of concern. But otherwise, I think it's a pretty good team. That's like a really good workaround as well. So definitely nice.
Gojo, need help on who to use for a Dragons team. Also, my newest LD5 is my rep. Wait, let me see. So this is Gojo on chat channel 11.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, dude!
Yeah.
This unit, by the way, I was playing. I did a push-up stream with Mr. Sloth on Wednesday, and this unit had such an incredible showcase. Like, someone used this guy, and it made him look broken. Like, I never thought that this unit was broken. Yeah, until that stream. The Dark Shadowcaster, very fun. So they said that they need help with units for a Dragons team. How do you like to approach like newer, like starting accounts for like a Dragons team?
Yeah. So I think the current format that they've got ruined up, and I think Evan, you covered this off. I'm gonna give a little segue to one of the videos you made.
Yeah.
One of the comments you made was, if you're lacking damage in your Dragons team or any of your farming teams, you're probably not running a crit damage Veramos to be able to really do big work on the boss. So I think, yeah, that was one of the big key points I think you pointed out
Yes.
there. Team formulation that they've got, looking at what they've lined up on their profile, they're farming floor 8 right now. I'd say keep it up. So what they're running, Evan, I've got it on my screen. It's Veramos, Lauren, Fran, Verd, and Crow.
Yeah.
And I think
so.
that's a perfectly fine team if you need the heal. If you don't need the heal, what you could do is you could put in probably Sigmaris if you've fused the Sigmaris, who's probably the next best fit unit.
There it
don't
is, yeah.
think things have changed too much. Or the other option is maybe even Frodo now. I haven't considered Frodo for Dragons. For that
Frodo
team
too.
either, 'cause attack buff would be nice.
I haven't seen how Frodo like goes in for other people for like starting accounts. I've only ever seen people try to implement him on like, you know, really solid ones so far, like people who already have an established Dragons team. But yeah, so I think what Lucky suggested is totally true. Y'all know I'm a huge believer in crit damage Veramos. I legitimately think that he is like probably the best thing to happen to starter Dragons, Giants teams, etc. So if you have Rage Runes, you can swap him over to that. I see you have him on Fatal right now. Well, while that's not inherently wrong, I will say that units that do max HP scaling damage, like Veramos does, they do more with crit damage than they do with attack. You can actually pretty much just go, if we're looking at your runes here, you can go speed, crit damage, HP on your 2, 4, and 6 slots, and I think you'll have way better results. I actually think that if you were to speed up Veramos, put him on crit damage, I think you'd actually see a huge improvement right out the gate. I'll tell you one more while we're at it too. I see your Crow is currently 5-star. I don't know if you have another one, but I think that's the only one. If you wanted to, you could 6-star your Crow. Your build for Crow is actually really good. I actually wouldn't necessarily tell you to do anything else, especially for like a starter team. I think this is great. I would just maybe need you to put like maybe 6 more speed. Maybe like 6 more speed on him just so he doesn't get cut by the boss. That'd be amazing. But if we're doing the starter team I've recommended in the past, the boss will probably get slowed as well. So you might have a little more wiggle room because you could use Spectra for skill 3. But yeah, so that's my recommendation is Verdahile, the Fire Vampire, as your lead. Then have Lauren go. Then Crow, the Dark Inugami. So then you have the Brand on skill 3. Then Spectra and Veramos in either order. Both because they both do very similar things on skill 2. You like that idea too, Lucky?
I think that's a beautiful idea, yeah.
Perfect.
I'd say my only add-on to that is you could probably flex between Spectra or Sigmaris if you want to clear waves faster as well. The recent change, I think there was a small change to Sigmaris. I think people started using it in Giants as well. I don't know exactly what it was. It might have been HP scaling on S3. I have to double check it, but essentially the S3 is doing a lot more work now, and yeah, so that's something that you can consider for wave clearing faster as well.
Awesome. Yeah, 100%.
But welcome to the game. I saw that you've only been playing for 11 days. You've already hit Giants, Giants floor 10, which is awesome. And I know it looks like you're working through each of the dungeons, so
Is
keep
it
it up.
really
And I hope you
that brief? That's amazing
yeah, it's very
progress.
baby account. Yeah.
Whoa. For 11 days? 11
Yeah.
days is crazy, dude. Well done. That is crazy, Gojo. Well done. Also, Carnegie, I'd say maybe reload. I'm not getting any issues. I see people saying that the stream is frozen. I'm not getting anything. There's nothing on my end, so it should be okay. I actually haven't dropped any frames, if you can believe it.
I haven't dropped a single frame, even on my McDonald's free Wi-Fi. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Oh, it reloaded and it works fine now. Thank you. Yeah, no me, perfect. Because yeah, I was just telling Lucky about how improved my streaming connection situation has been, and it's going great over here. I gotta say, I'm sorry guys, not to try to blame your internet, but you know. Okay, now we've looked at Gojo here. Let's go and look at who's next. Krampus here. Can you help me with runes? Oh, and a dragons team. We did just kind of touch on dragons. Let me just briefly look at their situation to see if it's like similar. If it's similar, then maybe just try to apply some of that. You do have an established team though. So actually, if you're just trying to improve, you already have a speed team for giants, and you're trying to maybe break into like a speed team for dragons as well. What's your like favorite team for dragons right now, Lucky? Just in general.
I'd say the most consistent one that I've been running now is the Agrius team. So there is an Agrius team where you run the double bird, and a Julie to wave clear as well. But it is very heavy on runes. Like some of the stats you need are just crazy. I don't recommend it for now because there's type of speeds. Like to give you an example, you have to run a Julie at plus 160 speed. So
160 speed. And then what's the number
160
to
speed.
wave clear? What's the number to clear the waves for attack and crit damage?
Oh, okay. So I'll just read out my stats. So you have an attack buff and a crit rate buff through the Seek, the Fire Hellhound.
Uh-huh.
So Julie actually only needs that 70 crit rate for that dungeon, but I think mine is currently at plus 20, almost 2200 attack.
Oh my god.
And then it's got the 75 crit rate, and it's got 170 crit damage with a plus 160.
Wow.
So, yeah,
That's
it's not
pretty good.
fun.
That's pretty good. That's hard to emulate. So, admittedly, you know, we all say consistency is king. We all have a different line
Yes.
that we draw in what amount of time is okay to be consistent. I have an Agrius team that doesn't use Julie, just because I wanted to build him. He
Oh.
looked fun, and it
Yep.
is fun. It's consistent, but it makes you realize that dude's animations are slower than molasses. Like he is so
yes.
like, dude. Oh my god, I can't take it. So for me, it's definitely it's a lot slower than my Kyle team. I'll say that. And the only thing that's stopping me from putting it back is just because, chat, it is so satisfying to watch him hit for like 100,000 damage. I can't even. I can't. I'm like, I can't even tell you. Like, so. Oh my god. So look into that. Let me like. When we go back, I won't necessarily. I don't have to do a run necessarily, but I'll just show you like the idea of it. You know, it's
For sure.
my team. It's like Agrius, the birds, a Lauren on Swift actually, and then
Okay.
Fire Deborah to enhance the attack buff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Nice.
It's super slow, but honestly, really fun. So
Yeah.
for this current situation, they also have a Rauk on their team. Nice stats on this Rauk.
I did notice that. Yeah.
Nice stats on this actually. 201, 88%. It's like, you know what? We can do with that. He's not the main source of damage. It's like that's great. Oh, he's playing. He's experimenting with the Agrius. Here we go.
Yes.
Here we go. Yeah, in that case then you might want to, if you want to run this comp, you can do like you could try to invest in something like a Julie if you wanted to.
Well, to be honest, I think they should just evolve to the Kyle team, like the twins with Kyle. I think that's always been a really good staple team as I'd call it like a mid-tier level team until you can get those high-level runes. So switching over to that team would be definitely recommended because that'll get you down to the 30, 40 second runs, I'd say on average.
Yeah.
So worthwhile considering that for sure.
Let me see my profile. I think my fastest run is still with my Kyle team. Let me see this. Yeah, 37 seconds. Kyle, 2 birds, Lauren, Shaman. Like that's the one from the video that I made for this one, right?
Yeah.
So, you could technically use anything in that slot. I used Shaman because I wanted to, like from a video making perspective, I wanted to not ask people to have to make too many monsters. It's like you can use the same Shaman in Giants, Dragons, Necro, and it'll all work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And he's my rep monster. I love Shaman. Okay. Let's check out next. Okay. Evan, look at my profile. Let me see the profile, bro. It's loading. I don't know what you put on your profile. I feel like you put oh my god. I was like,
oh, that's why it took a while to load.
I literally got the Summoner's War is not responding at the top because of this. You're crazy, dude. What a profile. Bro just made me load 1 million animations for that. That's beautiful, bro. That is actually so gorgeous. Oh, so Monkey D. Garp did confirm, by the way, that really fast Giants team. Unfortunately, it's not consistent. Luna, I don't have Luna. Yeah, okay, so there's room to go for it. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait, what's going on Twitch? Wait, is Twitch down or something? Let me see. No, it's up for me. I don't know if chat's trolling or what,
I
but
just
it's up for me.
refreshed it and it's
Yeah, it's
fine
up for me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chat's okay for me. Or rather, the stream is okay for me, guys. I have 0 drop for having some issues. We can check on
Yeah,
down
I think
detection.
Twitch is having issues. YouTube looks fine to me. So
Jinx, he says jinxed it. Jinxed it. Let me see this.
yeah, I got the spinning wheel of death, Evan, just now on Twitch.
Mine is okay for what it's worth.
It's back now though.
What?
It's weird because like I think if you refresh it, it's working fine on Twitch, but YouTube is perfectly okay.
Yeah, I'm whatever it is. I don't think it's us, guys. Oh, the YouTube one is perfect. Yeah. So maybe if you're having trouble on Twitch, jump over to YouTube because we are streaming on both platforms. Just don't tell Twitch. Just don't tell Twitch, okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
That
nice,
little secret
awesome. So
buzz.
people have migrated over to YouTube. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We had the mass exodus
Welcome
from Twitch.
viewers on YouTube.
Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us on YouTube, guys. Sorry about that. Says your camera looks fantastic. Well, thank you. Whose camera? Our camera? Thank you. Appreciate it. What's going on, Evan? Catfish. Good to see you. Not too much. We're doing account reviews and progression tips. So if you'd like to have your account reviewed, post in chat channel 11 all. Let us know what you need help with. So far we've talked giants, we've talked dragons, we've done arena offense, and if I read correctly, I think did Ultra Deathlord say that he wants to get into RTA? So let's go on to where's Umaki on here? I'm gonna scroll up.
Further up.
Omaki, yeah, there we go. So this is Ultra Deathlord,
Yeah.
who is Monkey Man on YouTube. Perfect. So let's go in. So Ultra Deathlord actually has a really cool account. He's got some really cool monsters. He has Berghild and more. So I think we could maybe try to find some fun options for him if he wants to get into RTA.
Sure. I guess the question I have, and this is where I think it gets a bit more about the person themselves, is are you trying to climb through RTA or are you just trying to have a bit of fun in RTA? Because you can play 2 totally different playstyles and, for example, if you want to have a bit of fun, you just play with all your LDs, or if you want to try climb, you build around the LDs. If you really wanted to.
That's
so there's a couple different things you could do.
It's a great question. By the way, hi Zettabyte. Wait, Zettabyte, before anything else, you should probably jump over to YouTube because people are reporting that Twitch is having some issues. I haven't personally encountered them, but we just had a mass exodus from Twitch over to YouTube. So if you may want to join over there. But welcome, by the way. Happy Friday to you. So, looking at his account here, he has a bird.
He also just mentioned he wants to have fun. Sorry, Evan.
Oh,
But
he wants to have fun. That's the right answer, bro. That is the right answer.
I love that answer.
I love that too. So we can just have a good time with this. Let's see what's the most alluring thing to you. I'll scroll backwards. We've got the Elena. We've got Berghild. Got Layla over here.
Yep.
So we could go for something like that. Carlos, newly buffed.
So I think when you're trying to build your team, I'd always say there's a couple of like basic starter tips that you probably want to do when you're building RTA is try and, like, for example, some of the real basic stuff is build a couple of speed leads, at least 2 or 3 speed leads. So in most cases you're looking at like Vanessa or Sierra or Megumi or Samath even, and you kind of like just pick 2 or 3 that you have that you could use in RTA. Looking at your box, I think I saw Samath in there, so that's a perfect starting point.
You did? Yep, Samath is there.
I don't know if he's had any other speed leads in there.
Let's go look at wind. I don't see any in wind. Looking here.
Yeah.
We're a little light on the speed leads.
A little bit on the rough side.
Little light on the speed leads, at least for what's out of storage.
At least for what's out,
Yeah, so I mean, you could definitely be playing turn 2 with that.
100%.
Yeah, you could 100% be doing that.
So my recommendation then, I think, would probably be to rune up a couple fun bruiser monsters, which is great because you have those in spades. So it's like, I think we want to play with Berghild. She's so fun, dude, and she'll get
sure. She's so good.
She's so cool. Like, yeah, she will just get the turns as well. So it's like, if you're light on speed leads, like, you don't have to worry about speed for this monster to get turns all the time. And then Carlos recently got buffed. Tessarion is a great counter pick to just kind of have in your back pocket. But Vile Revenge, it's what I would like to see in RTA as well. Having a triple Revenge Verd, by the way, just to
Yes.
counter AoEs is so good and important to have. Oh, and
Yeah.
a Parjanya. We could do something. I
You
didn't
can
actually.
definitely. Oh, they've got water twins as well. With
Look
the
at this.
recent
Oh,
change
and
to water
there's our
twins.
there's
So
our
good.
second speed. There's a speed lead too.
Is that second speed?
Perfect.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice. I like glazed right over these. Yeah, it's so funny. I didn't even see
I
these.
wasn't even looking for the twin either.
Yeah, this is great actually. So maybe we play around with this. Yeah, this is
and
great.
to be honest, water twin pairs really, really well with Berghild, so definitely worthwhile building around that water twin Berghild style
Yeah.
playstyle. Carlos, great counter pick, as Evan was alluding to, same with the Verdi. You got Leica as well, so Leica's also a really good counter pick. What else we got? I think if we just had a quick look through let's keep going.
I saw
None of those
Camilla
really. I think we've
as
kind of covered
well.
it. Yeah, saw Camilla.
Leo.
Definitely can play like Layla, definitely. Dominic. I think Veramos is a great counter pick option as well.
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, as well as like this might sound a bit strange, but even the Water Mermaid Tetra is also a great counter pick as well.
Dude, that's such a good call too, because it's like, man, Gianna owners hate her.
Like they hate Tetra, bro. Like so
Yeah.
Tetra's great.
Um,
Oh, and this back here, by the way, the Meiho
oh,
Wang.
Fire Monkey.
Yeah, if you were to build this.
And even Shahat as well. Shahat's there
Yeah.
as well, level 35 right now. So he's also a really good pick. And I think that's probably close to around that, I'd say 15 unit mark, which at this point in time, looking at how young your box looks, you probably don't want to go too much further than that point, because otherwise you'll be splitting your runes too much and you may not have as much fun
Mhm.
if you try to build too many units, especially
point.
early on. Just
Great.
because you're splitting your runes way too much. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, so I think if we had to like boil it down,
Like we said, the Berghild,
Yeah.
Carlos, if you enjoy that sort of thing. But I think Leica would probably be more important to just have as a counter pick, just in case. Rune this will honestly probably be a first pick. This is probably your first pick.
Yeah.
To be honest. So this
Yeah.
can be Violent. Violent Will is great. Just focus on
Yeah.
speed, tanky stats, and a little bit of accuracy because you want to land the defense break early. You can follow up with this. Just don't pick it right next to Ramael and Judaya, because you don't want to do like the double water right back to back like that, because it's too easy to counter. Especially if you decide you want to incorporate another speed lead like Samath, because then we're too water heavy. So I would go Ramael and Judaya, Berghild, super neutral. By this point, they have like no clue what you're doing, which is great. That's the part that we like about that, is we have no idea what you're doing. And so it's like, that doesn't say much about your draft, which is incredibly powerful in RTA. You want to keep your opponent guessing for as long as possible. And then after those two, you can either be aggressive with something like the Layla, like Lucky pointed out, or
100%.
you could be totally responsive and just kind of draft counter picks as necessary.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Layla's
great.
also great with that pairing of Berghild and the Water Twin, just purely because they both do debuffs. That could push your Layla up. So honestly, looking at that lineup, you put your best to spare set into the Layla to work with those two units. I think in that build case, then you're probably putting Berghild on Swift, because you'll probably need a turn 1 unit built, and I think Berghild in that case is probably not a bad unit to have on Swift for that lineup, especially if you're doing a Vio Water Twin.
Yeah, and she could do it. So I at this point, I just wanted to give another reminder to folks watching on Twitch, just in case. So definitely not Maxi, Jaquan, what's going on, Nike, K Chang. Just in case you guys are still watching on Twitch, apparently Twitch is having some issues right now. I don't know what's going on, but the YouTube stream is fully uninterrupted. So if you're having any issues, jump on over to YouTube and give it a watch. Oh, he also has a Reshion.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
just saw that too.
Oh
Yes,
my
that's your
God.
that's your other speed lead. So your two main speed leads is going to be Water Twin and Erechion. And I think Erechion for your build will have to be on your second best to spare set, but still probably your fastest to spare set, if that makes sense. So the one with the highest stats on Layla, but the one with more speed onto Erechion.
Great call. Perfect call. And Nike says, if you can, I wanted to ask about my account for an RTA comp. I'm on Europe server. Dude, you know what? Honestly, maybe in like 15 or so minutes or something, we could jump over to Europe and just see if people need help on there.
Sounds good.
I have a Europe account we can look at. Under the Mask
Awesome.
64 says, how do I learn to counterpick? That's a good question, dude. That's a good question. Where do we start with that, Lucky? Like, what's your what's your thought on that?
We could talk about this one all day, honestly. I think, in short, I'd say the best way to learn how to counterpick is, one, view the unit that's giving you a hard time with through the RTA replay. That's just causing you mayhem. Let's say, for example, you're having a hard time fighting Layla. You don't know how to counter Layla. Go through the RTA replays, search in for the monster box, type in Layla, and look at every replay that beats a Layla.
Yeah, look
And
at
then
every
from there you
defeat.
can probably
Nice.
learn. Yeah.
Nice, dude. Great
And from there
great
you
tip,
get a-
actually.
Yeah, you can actually see from there what people are using against it, and maybe that gives you an idea in terms of what you can build in your box that'll help you out that way.
Let me.
That's probably the first starting point. The other idea is, tune into Twitch streams, watch the streamers that are streaming RTA, and from there, they might have a certain playstyle that you have a hard time against, and maybe just learn from how they lose fights. I don't want to say that streamers should lose fights, but watch how they get counter played against as well, and then go that way.
Yeah, and also just as a to add on to what Lucky's saying, right? Because like for instance, so it's like on this one, right? This is a loss for Layla, but like, there's a couple LD5s present. So what I would encourage you to do is look at the archetypes that the monsters are fitting, not necessarily the monster themselves. It's like what did they do to stop her, or whatever monster we're trying to counterpick against. I think that's a great question. And the art of the pivot is something that you will be refining throughout your journey in Summoner's War. Like that's something that separates the good and the great, So like over time you'll get a feel for it. And honestly, if you tune into like streamers and like pro players, anybody who's playing RTA on stream, something that helped me is trying to predict what they would pick ahead of time, or like see like if someone presents something, try to think about how that interacts with their team. And like, okay, like what is the problem being presented before you even think of a solution? Just what's the problem ahead of me? And that's part of the reason why. So it's like a great example. Leo, one of the best, probably the best counterpick unit in the entire game. He completely hit, but why? Now we ask, why is he so good? He completely stops like speed scaling damage. So it's like like Miles is going to deal no damage because he only cares about how fast he is to deal his damage, right? You can also like throw off the speed tuning of comps by knocking back people's attack bar. So like this is the sort of stuff that you want to start connecting. Or another great example, Douglas. You see wind heavy team, you see like AoE with not a lot of crit damage. A Douglas stops that. Boom. What a great question.
Yeah.
Great question.
I think you've nailed that perfectly as well, Evan. I think honestly, it comes down to practice. I think it's also, don't be afraid to utilize your own monster box. A lot of people you'll see will play certain LDs to counter, and that's because they have it. If they didn't have it, they'd play other units. So don't feel worried about that if you're seeing certain counter picks that you don't have. There are always going to be workarounds of whether they are better or worse. I mean, that comes down to how you want to play that unit or how you build that unit as well for yourself. So yeah.
And then, so we got a question here.
Oh, Avery said, did you restart stream? No, I actually didn't change anything. I'm telling you, I think Twitch might just be having a problem. I don't know what's going on, man. I haven't done a thing. Borderlands would be super fun. Yeah, Borderlands would be a cool idea. I like that. So MetaFox1 here in chat channel 11 was asking for arena defense advice. So this is what they're working with right now. Yeah, Twitch is twitching, bro. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with Twitch, but YouTube is doing great. So if you want, you can jump over to the YouTube stream, because we stream on both at the same time. So check it out. They might just be having an issue today or something like that. But chat, would you hit that defense, Lucky? Would you hit that defense?
I don't want to be mean, but yes, I would definitely feast on this defense. And I'll explain why. I don't want to sound mean on stream. Let's just say right now, you do have a Trident that leads into no control. So you're pretty much playing a mixture of styles here. You've got a Stripper with the speed lead into two really bruiser-based units that really just focus on single target like damage, right? Well, I'm really talking about Feng Yan there. What we also have is a Riley who's pretty much like a do-nothing unit in that lineup. So my suggestion is like, we might need to just think about what type of defense are you trying to like set to be able to like? What are you trying to build to counter like the type of offenses you're going to face? Right now, I think you've kind of mixed it all together, and it sometimes ends up being this mushy defense that doesn't really counter anything. And it's a very common theme that you see through defense building. So let's go into this monster box, and maybe we can give a bit of guidance.
Yeah,
in
let's
terms
take a
of
look. Let's take a look what's
the
going on.
options. Yeah.
Arctic Masterson says, "Glasses guy, hi, what's up, dude?" I assume you're talking about me. What's
Just
up,
a
bro?
quick reminder for the guys on Twitch. Even for me, it just died again. If I refresh the browser, it works. But yeah, jump over to YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, guys. Dude, you can see
Oh, no.
0 frames dropped. I'm telling you, I have not.
Yeah,
I
it's
have,
crazy. The thing is, I instantly hit refresh and it's working perfectly fine. So I don't know what's going on Twitch's side of the
Yeah, I don't know what's
screen.
going on. So maybe join YouTube once it comes back. If you guys can, if you guys hear me,
Yeah.
if you can hear me, go for it. All right, so let's see what we can do to try to remedy the defense here. So we saw P-Sama over there. I'm looking at the fire units. Fire units are often a really important thing to draw from if you want to tank, right? Because Lucian's
Sorry, but I missed the fire unit time. I was
take your
moving
time
back
here.
to
Take a
YouTube
look.
myself.
I'll actually start
Yeah,
over. Let me
perfect.
just look. So we
Oh,
got.
perfect. Thank you.
You're
Yep.
welcome. Got these guys looking at fire now.
Yeah. Oh, no
Mm,
Vanessa. Ouch. Okay, that's okay.
At least not out. Maybe just not out. I'd hope something like that. Darian's great if we want to bruise.
That's a great option for Bruce. Oh, and Pontos. What we could do something weird with this maybe.
We
He's a
can
little
definitely
bit.
do some Pontus stuff.
He can be amazing. He's a little bit easier to dodge when it's an AI defense, right? But like
Yeah.
Volantis and Pontos, that's
Kind of sick, dude. I like that.
Oh, okay. So he's got. Okay, cool. That's okay. I think in terms of the box, let's see what other units not fully built.
Khan's back here. Tunkung Moore as well. Water Gandalf back here too. That's awesome. That's super cool.
Friend
Wait, a
back
Duke
here.
Volantis?
Oh no.
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 Oh no,
Wait,
dude.
wait. Is that their first and second Elder? Oh, I don't want to see it.
No,
wait,
dude. The
second Elder
odds of
Club
that are
is huge.
crazy. The odds are
That's
insane.
actually crazy work. I didn't see any LD5. I don't think there was. Oh, no, Pontos, obviously.
Pontos too, but you know.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude, I hope the order of that was at least Volantis, then Pontos, and not Volantis.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking through here, what are your thoughts going into this?
Yeah, so definitely, I think what we can do is we can utilize our Pontos lead here in
Mm-hmm.
this case. What we can do then is, what I'm envisioning is that we still run a Triton, because that's our probably highest base speed unit that we can apply on defense. So it'd be something like Pontos Triton, and then either something like Ren, which I think I was on the far right. I think I saw a Ren on the far right.
Oh,
I
did
think
you
he's
see
got
a
one-
Ren?
He
Let me
doesn't
go
have
see.
it built yet. I think it's on the far right. Yeah, it's still being built.
All right. Yeah.
There you go. So he's got the Ren as an option. And then from there, the last pick can be something that's a bit more of a flex. I don't know if he's got an Armdor. Armdor can kind of help deal with some of the faster turn one options. Otherwise, what you could do is potentially just build in a Juno. Oh, I actually don't even know if he had a Juno. I probably should have. No, he doesn't. The other option is probably going into Rakan then. So you got Pontos, Triton, Rakan, and Ren.
That's great, and then you can keep him kind of provoked here, do some damage with this. And what's nice about Rakan too is that he's
A good option for like if Lucian's on the other side because he's a tanky fire unit.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
I think that's a really good recommendation, dude. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Great call. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's
Cool.
awesome. And
Awesome.
this is super synergistic because it's like, you know, you've got the speed lead from the Pontos, super fast base speed strip option here, and then the follow-up of Ren, because it's like, even if they cut in between, they're not going to be able to do anything. That's the best part about Ren, because they're silenced for 2 turns, so they can't like, that's rough. So I think that's a really good suggestion.
Yeah, I think at some point you probably replace the Pontos with like a Vanessa, and then you can drop the Rakan or the Ren for a different unit as well. In that case, like ideally, what you could put in, I think what's really strong at the moment on defense is the Pajanya, the water in drop.
Mm-hmm.
He can end up taking the Rakan slot in that case then. Oh, he also wrote the order. He got the LD5s in chat. Ouch.
Oh no, did he really? Pontos, Valantis, No.
Oh no.
No, bro.
Deja vu.
Can you compare Filaria to Water Gandalf? Which is better in your opinion? Dude, Water Gandalf's really good. Water Gandalf's really good.
It's very.
Very stellar. Mickey Nick says, can I get some suggestions on Necro Speed? I'm not sure what the rules are for account reviews. Oh, this is it, dude. It's very loosey-goosey. If you have a problem, we'll try to help.
Exactly right.
The team I use is not consistent. It fails more than it wins. And right above them, Troy Ave says, yeah, I need a good free-to-play Necro team. So maybe what we could do is, it sounds like they might be slightly more advanced, maybe, if they're just looking for a free-to-play. But, team? Actually, dude, but your team looks really good. Your team looks really good. I will say, though, this is very similar to what I'm bringing. What I would reckon, I'm going to make a prediction. My prediction is that maybe Aster or somebody else is actually dying on the way to the boss because of the reflect damage from the golems. That's it. Lucky's got the nodding head.
I agree. It's probably one of those.
Yeah, we've all been there, bro. So it might be not so much like a different, it might not be a damage issue, but an HP issue. That's because, dude, look at all this 248. Oh my god, that's definitely what's happening. Dude, you are suffering from success, my guy. That's what's happening.
I think one of the other big callouts there is also 68 crit rate. I would recommend also just going for the 100 crit rate, even if it means you drop a bit of damage.
True.
Just for consistency. What does the Abigail look like? The water cannon girl?
The water cannon girl?
Yeah. What's that one look like? 45. So
Oh,
even the
yeah.
tuning order is a bit strange too.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you know
What
what?
rune set is on Abigail?
I'll say this about that.
Is that
Is that at least this gives us a clear vision.
about what we need to do, which is good. You know, so it's like I think ultimately what we need to do is we need to speed up this Abigail so that she moves first on the comp. That's kind of the idea here. Is like if Abigail moves first, then she'll be able to break the shield on the boss with her skill 2. And she can set up defense breaks for the team on the way up to the boss. And then ideally after that, you'd probably have Rauk. Probably have Rauk go. Yep. And then Aster. Oh, I know you were using a Seren. Seren would also be good here too. A Seren would be nice. Actually, if you're using Seren, it should probably be Abigail first, then Seren, then Rauk, just in case. The odds are unlikely, but in case she missed a defense break.
So you'd probably want to split it. So the idea, I used to run this team a while ago, and it was getting close to the 35-second mark, and the way it really worked well was Abigail would go first. You'd have her on the, I think it was the 35 act that you needed, and then build her on as much damage as possible. What you then do is you put that into Rauk. Rauk does all the team up and scratches and hopefully pulls in a star. And what happens is if it doesn't kill in the first attack, it'll drop everything low enough where he could just keep swiping and killing everything.
There you go.
And then the next unit that moves after that happens is a star. And this is more or less the timing for the boss. So what happens is when Abigail moves against the boss, as Evan alluded to, it breaks the shield already with S2. If you land that early armor break, it does so much additional work. What you can do then is, if you get the armor break there, you can S2 with the Rauk, and then a star should hopefully be able to kill the boss. And then that allows Seren to move on the second wave of the boss with S3, and
smart.
hopefully teams up with enough units with Shaman to clean it up.
Cool. There you go. There you go.
And the saving grace with this team that a lot of people sometimes forget to build is to be able to help your team with tankiness, you want to put a couple shield sets in your team. So then your Abigail doesn't get too squishy, and then you also still regain HP as every wave goes on because you won't take too much damage if you have a couple shield sets in there as well.
What a great suggestion, dude. Yeah, I don't even do that. I don't have shield runes on my stuff. I don't think. Yeah. Unless I'm mistaken. But like, unless I've forgotten, that's a really good thing to note because 100% I think what's happening right here is just twofold, like, you know, it's Abigail being too slow and also not enough crit rate to benefit from the damage you have on her, but then also your Astra, who's your main damage dealer, is probably dying to the reflect damage as well. Or even if she doesn't die to the reflect, she'll probably die to the first hit from the boss because she'll be so low. So yeah, I think this is. But what's great is that these are fairly easy changes to make. It's just some tweaks along the way. Like I try to remind people, it's like having like, you know, easy to identify it. Like you don't want it to be like, you know, confusing. It's like you want a path to fix it.
Exactly.
Right? So this is great.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, this is great so far. I am going to run it now and see. Awesome, thank you so much. You're welcome, dude. I hope that helps. Arctic says, so what did you say about Gandalf and Valeria? I missed it. So Gandalf is really, really good. That was ultimately the root of what I was saying. Is I think that the Water Gandalf is probably just he's one of the most popular units in the game right now when it comes to PvP.
Agreed.
So you know he's definitely. I don't want to say like I will say better, but I don't know if better is the right word, just because, you know, they're different. But
yeah. I mean, what makes him really shine, and it's also different places. I think in RTA he shines a lot because of the attack bar boost and the cleanse he does in the units. Whereas Valeria is probably a bit more stationary. She doesn't move as much, but what she can do is she can counteract the entire play by moving all the debuffs over to the other side as well.
Yes.
So they slightly play differently, but I'd say in general use, you're probably going to pick Water Gandalf over Valeria.
Yeah, and that's the only reason why I didn't want to say, like, I don't want to say better or worse. It's because Valeria does something very different.
Like that terminology
yeah, it's just she's just very different. You know, I know what you mean, Arctic, for sure. But it's like, yeah, it's like just because Gandalf is great doesn't mean Valeria is bad. Is all I'm trying to say. Like Valeria is still really cool too. So let's look around here real quick. We just talked about. Oh, and by the way, so Troy says, yes, I need a good free-to-play Necro team. Let me just open up your thing here. But honestly, dude, the team we just talked about is kind of scalable in a way. Like it's one of those teams where it's like it kind of grows with you. So, and I would recommend, it's like you kind of have like a little bit of it here. I would just recommend taking out the Lauren and like the Fran. And you can actually just go a little bit more aggressive. Maybe, honestly, Crow doesn't pull enough. I don't hate Crow. In starter Necro teams, but like he could be something else.
Saren, just
Saren,
100%
yeah,
better
Saren.
than Crow there.
Let me just bring that up just in case they want a visual of Saren. So Saren being the Dark Harpu Second Awaken.
Yeah.
One of the extremely rare team-ups that innately applies a defense break, by the way. I think it was literally just her, and now a couple of the Aragorns do it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah.
So she's awesome.
Just to add on to that, I just want to say really good progress as well, Troy. 33 days and you've done a lot of the hard dungeons, so that's really, really good. Keep up the work.
Oh my god.
And he's already done normal and hard TOA as well. So he's
what?
flying through the content.
Bro is a beast.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But my recommendation, Troy, for you, like if you're trying to push really quick progression, your next steps should be trying to get those dungeon teams as close down to that 30-40 second mark next to be able to really speed up trying to get your runes that you're looking for. I understand that you're trying to focus Necro, and I think that's one of the ones that you haven't got the Abyss hard yet. But definitely with those couple switches in monsters, I'd say you probably will still live in Giants for a bit longer to be able to get a bit more depth in terms of your damage dealer runes, as well as probably a bit of Necro as well to get those damage dealer runes. I would recommend using your Scout Battle to do Necro to be able to get those rage runes that you're missing, and then hopefully from there you can really just build out your box for the dungeons and start getting those teams a lot faster.
Well said. So Garo on top, and this is Garo on YouTube as well. So they were they were asking for an improvement to their Giants team. They want a recommendation. Suggest a team for Giants. It looks like they have a pretty cool, honestly, iteration of like this is really interesting here. Like the Akamamir. That brings me back to my first ever GB10 clear. I used Akamamir, so I have a special place in my heart for him. Vero, Galleon, Wind Homunculus, Crow. This is pretty neat, man. The only thing that like I and other people find, I think, for whatever reason, Galleon just doesn't feel super consistent. Like, I just don't like Galleon. I really want to. I want to love him, but I don't, dude. If you want something similar, I bet you Lucky is going to say this, but like Prilea, and then you can also do Frodo if you want. For the I knew.
Yeah. He's got
Yeah,
it.
you want to, so do you have an idea for an improvement? I'll let you take it.
Nah, totally fine. I think definitely get rid of Galleon. I remember when Abyss Hard first came out, we all tried to slam Galleon just to be able to do enough damage on the boss because we were all taken aback by how hard it was to beat the boss. I think definitely drop the Galleon, put in Prilea. Looking at the rest of your lineup, I know it's looking a bit rough in terms of unit options.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a Tesha, does he?
I don't think he does, but you know, man, like, yeah, he doesn't have Teshar. I think he's doing a magnificent job making do. You know, it's like, even though he doesn't have Teshar,
100%.
it's like he's found some really cool options here. You know,
I mean, he's got the Luna, so like, to be honest, I'm really biased on this considering it's something that we built recently. Frodo, Julie, Prilea, Luna.
yeah,
I don't know if they had a Deborah. If they didn't have Deborah, it's still wins.
I don't have it. I don't have Deborah either, dude. Yeah. So great suggestion here, right? Like Julie to clear the waves. Wow, your Julie looks great, actually. Your Julie looks really good. I don't know if it's fast enough,
Yeah.
but that looks really good.
Honestly, no, that's fast. That's probably too fast. You can probably even slow it down if it gets you more damage, for
Yeah.
sure. And that could probably get away with it in Giants. Yeah, with Frodo lead.
Mm-hmm.
So you
With
go
Frodo.
Frodo into Julie, into Prilea, into Luna, into Wind Homunculus.
Yeah,
and
and
that team should run like the 25-second mark.
That's amazing, dude. I gotta try out a Julie, like I gotta try out a Julie, like we talked about with like the Dex feature.
Yeah.
Because, dude, no way, I love the name Asima. Asima, that's awesome.
Love it.
It's super cool. Yeah, man, I think that's great. So I didn't see Frodo in there. Garo probably already has him because it's like
Collab's still going on. You can still collect it.
yeah, like this removes all harmful effects on yourself, and if no harmful effects are removed, increases the attack power of all allies for 2 turns. So that means if he's moving first, that's a guaranteed attack buff on all of your units. And if you can make him move, my Frodo's in storage, perfect. So that means like take him off the bench. This unit's actually really good. He's really good. And if you can squeeze a fight set or 2 on there, like, oh my god, dude. If you like, now he's getting attack buff and he's contributing attack stats to everybody as well. So like, honestly,
I think Monkey Man from YouTube wants your help as well, Evan. Sorry, mate.
oh no, you're good.
Yeah. Marky wants your help.
Help me please. Check chat please. Wait, what's up, bro? I forgot to ask. How do you feel?
Look at in-game chat.
It's, in-game chat? Is it in-game chat? Oh man, that's
The
Umaki.
blessing.
In-game ultra death.
Yep.
How do I build Wind Legolas? Says Monkey D Garp.
Wait, he just got it.
Oh.
Oh my god, he just pulled it right now. Congratulations. Wait, this
Maki's
unit's
got a
awesome.
blessing pop. This unit's really good, by the way. The scaling for the Wind Legolas is actually insane because he buffs his own attack and he buffs his own speed and his speed scaling damage as well.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
So, insane units.
Yeah, this is actually really good. Congratulations. Raigeki was the first one to tell me about how good this unit is.
So that goes to show you how
Yeah.
good he is, right? To get an America's
Yeah.
Cup Champions seal of approval, that's pretty big. So, you know, oh, you're welcome, Troy. Anytime.
Came back. Oh, hey, Evan and company. It just recently come back after a while, and I quite literally just cleared Dragon's B10. Congrats, dude. Any tips or pointers? LD type shit.
I love your name, bro. That's so funny. First of all,
Assuming
welcome
it's an
back.
LD only account, right?
Welcome back. Yeah, right? Welcome back, dude. Wait, is it LD only? It looks LD only.
I mean, I'm looking at the profile and the teams used in dungeons. Are we still trying to keep it LD only?
Because if it's LD only, then yes. So we've tried to workshop this actually, not with this account, not with this person before, but we've tried to workshop a Dragon's Abyss hard clear before. And one of the big problems, obviously, is that you don't have access to Verd. One of the Not
Yeah.
great, but one of the ways that you can try to counteract that is with speed buff. You can use a shear, the light werewolf for that, for attack bar boost, speed buff, which is really important. And he can also be a backup strip for the immunity on the boss, which is great.
Yep.
Do you have any recommendations for LD only accounts going into Dragons?
Let me have a look.
And for anybody who hasn't tried this before, I haven't. So I haven't tried this before, but I think this is a really fun thought experiment for how to approach Summoner's War. So credit where it's due. Like
for sure.
LD type, dude, good job, man. Like this is tough. Proud of you for trying this. Yeah, like
One of the easiest recommendations I have is probably trying to get or incorporate Luna into your giant. It might be trying to take out your Belladion from both teams if you could do enough damage. And that's where I'm not sure if it does enough damage. You might want to also change lead to the attack lead in Dragons as well as the attack lead in Giants to be able to try and get as much damage out with your teams. And you're running like a full YOLO crit damage build on everything. So, or except for maybe your Fran.
yeah, except for that. Oh, not perp. What's going on, bro? Richard Morales. Happy Friday, guys. Thanks for joining today. Thanks for joining.
It's always hard for Necro. I can't think of a Necro team.
A necro team's hard.
Hard one.
I think you'd have to start with Emily, who's the light version of Abigail.
Yes.
The only problem
Yes.
is that she is not as good.
As Abigail. She doesn't have the attack
No,
lead.
definitely not.
Yeah, not as good.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge. The other thing is the light support homunculus for the team up.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
something-
Seren still, I guess. we
Yeah,
have
that's
Crow.
it.
Oh, but you don't like Crow. I don't like Crow either, actually, now that I think about it.
Which one?
Aw.
Light Crow? Which one?
No, Crow. Like as in Dark Inagami.
Oh, Crow. Yes. I was missing the A at the end. I didn't hear the A come
Oh.
through.
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah. This is such a fun challenge, dude. Like trying to wrap your head around it. It's also a
Oh,
good
yeah.
it's a good way of looking at the game because you start to realize that like, you know, there's a lot of options for what monsters do. You know, it's like you're looking for a team up effect, right? Okay, Light Homunculus can do that. Seren can do that. You're looking for multi-hits. Okay, Emily can kind of do that. You just do it with less of a significant lead.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And you still get access to Shaman, which is great. Oh, you could use Iris for the way up. He doesn't have Iris. I just don't know if she's contributing enough to the team.
I don't think she'll do enough there, unfortunately. Yeah.
Where's Emily? There she is. There's Emily.
So she also has Wild Shot, and she does have an attack lead. The only thing is it's less potent because it isn't just for dungeons. If y'all
Yeah.
are fans of JJK, you know restrictions add power, right? So the fact that it's a general attack lead means that it's going to be less potent. Yeah, dude. So I think start with that. Light Homie, Seren. And then what else did we say? We said Shaman. What's the 5th unit that we're suggesting for that? Do we have a 5th?
I
Let me
think we
look-
still keep it to Fran, just purely
Fran,
because I don't
yeah.
know if we do enough rotations to be able to kill
Unless
without
you did
needing some
Lin.
sort of
Unless
protection
you
and sustain.
but no. Is there a who can reduce cooldown times or something? You know, like what's a Mav effect? Something to get you back to your light homunculus team up faster. That isn't the dark homunculus, because obviously we can't do both.
So sorry, in my head I was like, I preloaded Dark Homunculus and then I forgot that we had the light.
Yeah, right. So that's kind of
that makes it hard.
it's a head scratcher, dude. Yeah, I think honestly for
Yeah.
now I'll just say I'll agree with the Fran. I think the Fran is the way to go. Oh, Arvin, need help with RTA if you have time to take a look. Yeah, let's jump on that real quick, and then after that, let's go over to the EU server, and then we can, because I know that we needed some help with that. So Arvin
Yeah.
needed help with.
We also had Garnet above asking for RTA, which we can close off before. I think we might have skipped that.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
Which we can look at afterwards. Yeah.
Cool.
We'll go back to them after.
Cool.
That's
That
fine.
sounds great. So Arvin
Cool.
is here. Arvin's got a lot of fun LD options too. Previously
Yeah.
closed G3 in Arena. Only ever done C1 in RTA though. So that means they probably haven't really played to any significant degree this season. They got an 11-second Giants.
I was gonna say, have you ever seen
Holy-
an 11-second Giants team?
Dude.
That's crazy.
13 dragons.
13 dragons? No way, bro.
Ah,
Also goes to show how
All
good
the
that
things.
Necro team is, by the way, because the guy who's got an 11-second clear for Giants is using the exact Necro team that we've been talking about this whole time. It's really good. Okay, let's talk about this. So
let's go into RTA, yeah?
yeah, so what do you like to play? Also, there's Arvin. Arvin's on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is a test to see if y'all can see my messages. I can see them. Sorry about that, guys. Just as a reminder for
Yeah, we
folks,
can see it.
I'm so sorry if some. Oh, this guy's a fairy tale fan. Sorry if some of your messages slip through the cracks. I have 3 different chats open. Right, we got YouTube, we have Twitch, and in-game chat. So sometimes we just accidentally miss a couple. I'm not ignoring you. That's my bad. Oh, a crow just landed next to me outside. Oh, oh my God, he just cawed at me. He just went, ah! That's hilarious. He's so cute, bro.
Window's not open, right? We're not gonna
No,
lose
he
you.
can't fly in. Oh, and he's
Steal
gone.
you away.
Okay,
cool.
so.
Okay.
Oh, there. Oh my God. Tell me you're a
Oh,
siege.
wow, yep.
Tell me you're a
Definitely looks
siege
like a
player
siege
without telling me you're a siege player. Oh my God, how many water demons you got, bro? You got 4 water demons.
So,
That's awesome.
Arvin's mentioned he usually just cleaves to the C1. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, so Arvin, one thing I'm going to recommend, and it's going to be a shout out to one of our other streamers. Dustin plays Zerath in RTA, and he plays it really well as a Zerath first pick. So just a shout out to someone in the community who loves to play Zerath. If you're looking for a specific Zerath playstyle, he gets to like G2, G3 playing Zerath first pick. So I would 100% recommend checking him out. He does load videos to YouTube as well. And he does load RTA replays. So you can definitely check out his playstyle if you want to play something specific. That can help you get up to G2, G3. But what we can do is short term have a look through the box and see if there's any recommendations.
Nice.
Definitely check him out. He
Dustin's
does really
awesome.
well. It's actually crazy. I can't believe how far he makes it up by first picking Zerath. It's so like strange in my own eyes. So yeah.
That's pretty incredible, to be honest. I would hate to run into this guy in RTA. Yeah, I know, me too. Can you please give us a Liz of Dark Sakuna? A what of Dark Sakuna? What did you need, Hamzala? What did you need? He was streaming earlier. Cool. And pulled the light Legolas today. Not sure how to rune him.
Dude, I'd still go violent on the light Legolas. I would still do Vio on him. But he does benefit from speed, but I would do that. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Look,
RTA.
it depends on where you're using it as well. I faced one in RTA yesterday that was on Vio. So yeah, I think Vio for RTA is fine. But I can definitely see an angle for Swift for arena offense if that's something that you're looking at.
So this guy, so he doesn't have like a lot of diversity in terms of monsters out right now,
But I think we can still kind of get a vibe for how he likes to play. I mean, if
you like to play cleave or snipe, that can translate obviously really well into RTA, and you have the right monsters for
Yeah.
it. So based on what Lucky just said, I would say check out Dustin as well and see what's going on. Like check out other people in the community who are playing these comps, because like you could do like you could also do like an Adriana snipe comp with Rigna and Sonya if you wanted to. And you also have Belial, which is great. But Zerath is really fun. Zerath is super fun, dude.
I'd say, Arvin, it's probably a bit hard to review your box because you got all your siege tips out.
Yeah, but Yul Dong fits into this too, to an extent.
Yul Dong could definitely fit. I know. Killian Bauer played Yul Dong when he first came out a lot, and the amount of extra damage he gave his team was just insane. So something definitely you could consider as well. Comes down to like what sort of comp are you looking at trying to play, but again, very hard to figure out by looking at the box because it's hard to tell what units you're missing. So if we gave examples, we might need to go back and forth a bit too much there in terms of adjusting the lineup.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a little hard to assess, but we can kind of get a little view. So you said somebody else was asking for it too, by the way. You said Garo.
Yeah,
Was
a
it
little
Garo?
bit further up. No, it was a little bit further up. Garnets.
Oh, Garnets. Let me go.
Garnet 12.
Garnet 12.
Yeah,
Ah,
there you
nice.
go.
Recommend me some monsters for RTA. All right. So semi new player. 34 days. Welcome
Yeah.
to the game, dude. Well done on all your PvE content too. So let's see.
this is a really fun question because I am a big believer that
Yes.
people should jump into RTA like almost as soon as possible, regardless of how many monsters you have. Whoa, Gandalf, baby.
For sure.
A Gandalf, baby. Let's go. That's fun. Yeah, so looking through the box here. So Water Gandalf is probably the standout for me from the water side here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Technically speaking, you can also use Tyron. I've seen people climb with Tyron. He's great for crowd control. I don't think I'm going to recommend him yet until I see your whole box, but Gandalf's a clear standout. We'll come back to Fire a little later. We've spoken about how good Verd is as a counter pick. This is supporting like a sniper cleave comp, but I don't know if we're going to do that. So I think from your current lineup, let me just finish looking through here before I finish this sentence. I'm going to leave you all kind of in suspense here. I think we pull a few units from your comp and then supplement with support units, considering that you're so new to the game. I think the standout picks for you, right? I've already talked about Water Gandalf. Another monster. Wait, where did it go? Feng Yan. Feng Yan is a great one to have. So violent, high defense Feng. He is great in all stages of RTA. Elsharion is super relevant too right now because he can pull buffs off and then apply them to your team. Also, this guy's great. Zima is awesome, but for a certain play style. Like if you're trying to open up the enemy team, like with a AoE strip option, so that way you can crowd control them, you can apply debuffs, whatever. Zima's super cool because he's in a unique position where he semi-counters Heigang, who is the biggest issue for comps like that because he can apply the buff block. Or excuse me, the cleanse block. Yeah. Anything else you want to add for this monster box here, Lucky? Any other standouts you see?
Look, it's definitely a light monster box, so I think what you pointed out is perfect. Like, play around the units you do have. Obviously, your account's still very young, so you're still building that box up. I would 100% lean on that Tyron into Zima type setup and play that CC base style. You also, as Evan alluded to earlier, you do have the ability to play the Feng Yan, Water Gandalf type lineup as well. But just play with your units and try and just get a basic feel of RTA. And as your box gets bigger and you start getting more relevant units, you'll be able to expand and climb up in the ranks. It's more or less just getting a feel of, what works for you and are you having fun at the end of the day. So that's what I'd say you should focus on there.
By the way, this unit just got buffed semi-recently. I haven't played with it yet, but I'm honestly a little bit interested. It's kind of cool because, so this skill 3 is unique because it ignores immunity. Obviously, super rare. And his skill 2, so this is a Raptor combo from the Tekken collaboration, right? Attacks the enemy 4 times to deal damage that ignores all damage reduction effects. And the damage dealt increases by 50% if they have a beneficial effect. So this gets better as things like Water Gandalf get more prevalent, right? So it's like it's going to ignore that shield. It's going to ignore invincibility.
Exactly.
Ironically, it's going to deal more damage if they have invincibility. So this could be a fun monster to play with. I have him too. I haven't used him yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what I just did. Where am I? Oh, I'm like somewhere else now. But yeah, so Gandalf is great. That water guy could be kind of fun to play with too. But yeah, that's my recommendation. And then after that, you just go into like the support units from RTA the season that we're in. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry guys. This is a bug that happens to only me, I'm convinced.
Wait, that was actually so interesting. It teleported you from his monster box to your own monster box.
Yeah, did you see that? I think that's what happened.
I just watched that happen on the YouTube stream. You went from you were sitting on his Gandalf, and then it teleported you to your monster.
I know, and I was like, where did I just go? I was like, what just happened? So this is an issue that's a part of account. It's been a part of account reviews for a long time because I'm pretty sure it literally only affects me. It's like, who is bouncing around people's islands like this? Like, it's literally just me. So it's like, I think what's happening is the game is just holding on to too much, like essentially cookies from the people's islands, and ultimately it just can't handle it, so it gives up. But I actually think there's a great segue to swap over to the EU server, so let me do that real quick while I load this back up. And someone's saying I would Dark Sukuna, or So Hamza, I wanted to ask you about that, right? So the Dark Sukuna, I just didn't understand the nature of your message. What did you need for Dark Sukuna, I mean? He's one of the units that I want buffed. I want him buffed. I think it'd be great. Yes! Europe server time, and Nike is first. Nike is first. Okay, here we go. So the game's back, and I'm logging into my EU account as we're speaking. I honestly think... Have I told you my buff idea for Dark Sukuna? It's very mild, so don't get too excited. But it's very mild to me. It's... I just want his skill 2 to also ignore damage reduction effects. And the reason for that is because, so right now, skill 1 ignores damage reduction effects, right?
Yeah.
Skill 2 does not. And the reason I want that changed is because, it's making me run the
Oh,
cinema.
you gotta watch the...
There we go. Let me skip it. Sorry, Elliot's talking to me. The reason why is because I think that Sukuna, unlike so many other of the collab units that they give away for free, he just doesn't have a home. He does like, I don't know where you would use him. You don't use him in RT, not that potent. Like for instance, Frodo, great example. Frodo has a super clear home. You want to use him in dungeons. You know, you want to give the attack buff to your team. Heihachi is Steel Fortress, right? If you gave Sukuna damage reduction effect ignoring, you could at least use him in Dimensional Raid, which we know people don't really play a lot. Because you need, and right now you need access to effects that ignore damage reduction effects. I phrased that poorly, but it's like, that's like snipers, that's Justice from Dragon Knights, but it's like now it's like, okay, here's a free-to-play option that will guaranteed get through that thing. So that's my suggestion, just to give him a home.
Oh, that's a great suggestion, yeah, because right now he doesn't have a home. You're right, like I think a lot of us collected him and put him straight to storage.
Yeah, and it's like, it's so sad because he's so cool. Like, what a he's such a sick-looking monster. His skills are dope. If you're a JJK fan, he's awesome. If you're not, the original looks great. So it's like, you know, I just want to make sure that people can have a place to use him. So, that's mine. Okay, so Nike, did you want RTA help? Remind me what we needed help with, Nike.
As we're loading into your profile.
Okay.
So, they are
P3 in World Arena, 3,000. Yes, RTA with the LT5s that I have. Perfect.
Oh.
That's so fun, bro. Oh, you have some fun ones too.
Stuff.
Dark Beetle
Yeah.
and more. Okay, let's try this. Let's figure this out. Light Legolas is going to get a small buff and be OP for any long match, hoping for chaos. The Blackthorn. He deserves it. The only thing is units that have what he has on his passive, I think they try to be more careful, you know, because Light Parang was very powerful. Okay, so we got Camillas and Spades. We got Chandra, Abellio. We got these things to supplement. Let me go over to your clearly extensive LD5 list. Oberon. Ragdoll as well. Is this was Paul Phoenix in Nat 5 or I think this is a Nat 4.
4-star.
Yeah, that was a 4-star.
4-star, yeah.
We got Ragdoll, the Bay. Got Hertit, Pater, Shiana as well. Zenisek. This guy's a Nat 4, but he's fun. Vritra, he's really cool. Gapsu for the dude. You could go all dark and go Gapsu lead. That's so troll. Okay, this guy is kind of cool.
deal damage proportionate to your defense. Each hit leaves a brand, increases their cooldown time for 1 turn, and absorbs attack bar. It just goes on and on and on. It's just and this and that and this and that.
Yeah. It's very similar to what the Bay does as well. So that's probably the only thing that's a little bit like overlapping in terms of playstyle. They both do branding, AoE branding, and this one does shield as well. So, honestly, looking at the box, your core is definitely probably building around Ragdoll, Gapsu. I don't know if we saw a water. I think we skipped over the elementals, which is totally fine.
Let's go back. Let's work our way back.
Gapsu, Wind Pudding. Probably Water Gandalf if you've got that one.
Oh man, that is the kind of comp I want to be running. Oh, Wusa's good with this too, actually.
Wusa's good,
yeah. Wusa is good with this. Water Twins just got no Water Gandalf. Roger that. it's not super necessary either for what we're doing.
No,
It'd just be kind of
it's
cool.
not. Yeah.
Just be cool. Okay, looking through here. Shahat. Okay, yeah, I think you're right about this. I think we could kind of go annoying bruiser then. So it's like you could go Ragdoll and Gapsu. They both have really beneficial leader skills for that. Zenisek kind of makes sense as a counter pick here too, right? Like
Great counter pick. Yep.
Yeah,
Same
this
with
is-
Patter as well.
yes, and totally. Like, and just like that, like the more dark you add on to your team, like the more annoying you get because the value you're getting out of that leader skill gets better, right?
Yeah.
So I think those are probably the core. Like, yeah, Gapsu Ragdoll, Splash Pater, Splash Zenisek when necessary. Let's look at some of the supplemental units. Oh, Areshion, the new hotness following
I
balance.
don't think it suits his draft though. Unfortunately,
I don't think so because these we don't need the strip.
No, we don't exactly. I think if you go the bruiser playstyle, it's probably the Shahat.
Right?
So I think I saw Shahat.
You
there.
did. I called him out. This is pretty
Yeah,
good.
definitely. He's so good with that sort of lineup. Single target damage, big damage as well. You'd probably do, obviously, you could probably squeeze in, I know it's going to sound very awkward timing, but also Miles, not with the Leo, obviously, but Miles can work very good with that sort of draft. Wusa 100%, as Evan already alluded to. Vanessa's also really good with that sort of playstyle. But then you can also flex into like a Shizuka Oberon type setup as well,
Mhm.
and Fire Cassandra as well. So lots of really good options. Definitely have a Tessa on backup for sure.
He also has Jogun and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there is also a world where keep this in your mind, right? So keep this comp that we're talking about in mind and table it for a minute. There is a place where you could do some sort of like really aggressive either snipe or cleave comp where you use Jogun to kind of give the attack buff to people and put away a problematic unit. You can use your Oberon for this. You could use, if you wanted, you could use the Bay as well. Technically, you could use this too. It's just not my first choice. You could have a Sonya rune for that too. Like you have Federica. So you're also super geared up for like a snipe comp if you wanted to. And what's cool about Jogun is that he increases the potency of these monsters, but he also puts away a threat that you don't want to deal with right now. So,
Yeah, exactly.
so yeah. Oh, that's what I did. Whatever I just did, I just tapped on something above, and then it like
Oh,
so.
moves you back straight to your island. Oh no, wait.
Or is it? It's their profile.
Oh no, this is your baby. This is your baby account.
Yeah. What did I do? What did I just do that
I don't
did
know.
that? I tapped up here, like something up here that did that. Interesting. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm telling you, I'm discovering these bugs that only affect me. It's a very small player percentage. But there you go.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a cool team for this. Dude, like you have a really fun monster box, by the way. I just got to say. Like this is cool. Yeah, any
great.
other streamer client Evan. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's great. I hope that helps. Any other comments that you want to leave for Nike? I don't know if any other EU folks, by the way, need help now that we're here. I don't know if anybody needs help on EU. Feature, not bug. Yeah, it's a feature. It's a feature. Exactly. Okay, I think that's probably it. Let me jump over to global again.
Yeah, so Nike, I think definitely you could build around that really annoying comp, which is like inputting Ragdoll, Gapsu. You can play your Pato as a counter pick if they bring in some, strip like Gianna type stuff as well against you. You can definitely play into your Zenisek. But yeah, I think single target focus is probably the way for you to build your box.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But it's kind of nice to know that they can go Super Bruiser if they wanted to as well, because that's
Yeah.
a really annoying comp to play against.
Oh yeah.
And it's really fun to pilot, you know. I've been doing something. Obviously, I don't have Ragdoll, but I've been playing around with the Wind Gojo, and I like him
Yeah.
a lot. I have to say,
Yeah.
like he's fun. And if you throw in something like Angela or like the Water Gandalf would make this perfect. But
Yeah.
like you just feel so in control. Like it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great.
Do I think you can go for G1? I think 100% you can. There was a guy I was facing in G2, G3 who was playing, and he was picking the same 5 units almost all the time. He played Leo, Ragdoll, Gapsu, Kata. Those were the main 4, and then he kind of pivoted his 5th. So it was always Leo, Ragdoll, Gapsu, Kata. And the thing is, the way he had these units built, they were probably close to like at most plus 100 on the units outside of Leo, but they were so tanky. Like they were probably close to plus 40,000 HP each. And the thing is, you just don't kill anything. You're sitting there all day just like poking away at his team if they don't bring in, if they try to bring like a turn 1 CC team, you're going to be sitting there all day as you slowly just wither away to the Gapsu, to the Leo, to the Ragdoll. It was just insane how much he managed to climb with that sort of lineup. So I think you could definitely play something similar to that, and incorporate a pretty solid 5th pick.
Yeah. No, I mean, the problem with that is Layla plus Tarnisha. Oh, I was going to say something about the what's the Dark Undine works well with Talasha.
Yep.
Yeah. Talasha. Yeah, I'm glad you said Tarnisha, because that reminded me of Talasha, and I wanted to bring that up earlier, but I completely forgot. Like, if you're running like Leo Ragdoll, you could run Talasha, and now you have another snipe option. Fire Ifrit is a problem, but I think some of this stuff can be solved by splashing Wusa too, because remember, it's like we mentioned, like having some immunity. Wusa stocks, Bulwark stocks are up right now because of like Gandalf and Angela. So I would just have them built on the background too, and then it's like if you see them, or even if you're cognizant of like, oh, I'm picking a lot of passives, you can just throw Wusa in there, and sometimes he'll just solve the problem for you, or like they're forced to ban it, and then you can just ban the Tessa, something like that.
The other option is with that sort of comp, you could also, this is going to sound very strange to a lot of people, you can also do Aaliyah, the water totemist.
Oh,
just
that's
because of the way
cool.
that unit works, it actually works pretty well against Tarnisha's, surprisingly. So you could definitely still use the unit like that as well.
There you go. Great suggestion.
Especially since you go on that really slow bruisery route, you could probably use that unit.
Yeah, dude, the defense buff would help a ton. You know, it's like that's actually awesome. But yeah, so guys, thank you so much for joining today, chat. This was really fun doing account reviews. I hope you all learned something fun. Thank you for dealing with Twitch's issues. I guess it's resolved now because we haven't heard anything about it in a while. I don't know what happened.
Nah, it's been quiet, yeah.
Dude, thank you to chat for always bringing the great discussions for this. Y'all ask very fun and interesting questions that inspire discussion, and like for bringing the accounts as well. And Lucky, dude, it's always a blast streaming together, man.
Yeah, nah, it's been a lot of fun today. Thanks, chat, for hanging out with us. Again, always check out, Evan's been posting some really good guides of late as well, so definitely check out the videos on YouTube, and keep supporting the channel. I think it's been a lot of fun.
And also, please remember to follow Lucky. His channel's linked in the title if you're watching on Twitch, and if you're on YouTube, it's in the description. So this is brought to you by Lucky Madman. So please please follow. And guys, have a great weekend, okay? If you're on Twitch, stay in chat, we'll raid somebody, but I don't know how many people are there yet. Most people have exodused over to YouTube. All right, y'all. Have a great weekend. See you next time. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Speaking of the Idle Star Transmog, here are a couple of designs related to its development. I'll talk about these at the same time since they're really just variations on a similar concept. This one looks like another take on a Sailor Something skin. I really like the disconnected wings and just the overall tone of this design. It's very different from the normal personality of the Valkyrie. It's way more expressive and light. The one next door is a cool variant. The wings are back to being attached to her back, but the coolest part to me is actually in the asymmetrical armor. I really dig the boot on our left and the single shoulder pauldron, which is probably the hardest thing I've had to say all day. Feels like style took priority over safety. Not great for armor, but lovely for aesthetics. And last in the lineup, it's Camilla in Wonderland. How cute is this? Camilla fell down the rabbit hole. Everything about this